issue. What do you want to do?
Look, my life is one big fucking issue.
Huh?
When we came back from Richards Bay, Mark was lekker drunk and he says that we're going to build him a car. I said, alright. But this is the car he had his big accident in. He told you he broke his leg and he nearly lost his leg. Then we cut it off over here and we put a whole new front on, but with chromoly. A guy by the Des Petersen gave us chromoly at that time. So we came back from Richards Bay and Mark's a good oak, we all like him. I said, I'll build you a car, but I don't build this car. Shane was nearly killed in his car, Mark was nearly killed in his car, so we said that's it. So we then started to cut that car off, and we cut all the pipes out there and we built him that car. Now, what we're going to do to this car, we're going to cut all the pipes out, put it away, because you can't buy chromoly in South Africa. If you get it, it's very expensive. So we got a couple of spare pieces. So then it took us like 8 weeks to build that car, to weld in all the pipes and all the rest of it. And there he's got a decent race car now. So this was my car, 1982. And this is a damn good motor car. The chassis is a Stanton. Kenny Rogers bought Gary Stanton and they changed the name to Gambler. The Gambler race car factory used to belong to Kenny Rogers. So this was a Gary Stanton car, which is, they were amazing, mate. They were ahead of their time. The American that brought it in was Terry Mersich. Then Clarence Duffield drove it in Durban for a while. Then Johan Fournier bought it and he gave it to Percy Brandt to drive for a while, and then I bought it. Now that car comes from Durban, that's out Piranel. He wants us to fix that car so he can race on a 9th. Never give up, Charles Colson. Never give up, Charles Colson.
We are here today at the Rock Raceway with my car and my dad's car. We came to do a bit of testing because the cars are having issues. My car's still got a bit of issues with the oil, but I think we've got it under control, and when we go out again we'll see if we've got it right.
Quickly what's going on in the car.
I'm not sure. When you put new motors in cars, you always got a small teething problem and stuff. It doesn't just
put it in and it works.
Hierdie ding is miskien reg hierso, maar daai een het 'n cutaway hierso, wat daar op gaan. Daai pomp steek so ver uit aan die kant dat hy kan locate in hy gat. Nou hierdie ding het nie daai goed. Hy moet ook net pomp se punt net, hy sal net afvat en hy pomp se punt so ver uitsteek, dan sê reg. Nog 'n ding in sy moer.
There's a lot right. There's a lot right thing. These non-downshift cars, I don't like to see the wheels, so this is power. They've added this piece here. I could probably, listen, I can't go up a lot, but I can go up a little bit. If the diff comes up, it'll hit me in the back.
If it comes up that high, you've really stuffed up.
Yeah, well, the other thing is we're not on shocks at the moment, so. Yeah, no, I'm not.
They're not connected.
No.
We're at the shop here, and me and my old man was busy on the car, and Rowan rocked up.
He said to us he will not be there on Saturday morning. He's got something to do. We said it's fine, we'll carry on. Next minute, Rowan stops. Saturday morning.
And JP rocked up as well. So there were 4 of us on the car. What actually happened is we battled with that car.
We battled with that car the whole day. Rowan wanted to drive that car. He wanted to drive that car. And we battled with it. The weekend before, he came back. I was in the engine. They were pushing me up and down, up and down, up and down. I couldn't get that car. It starts and it dies. And then a hailstorm broke out. We said, that's it, done. We'll take the car to the track the next morning. He says, Charles, let's try once more. I said, Rowan, man, just try once more. I want to go, but let's try once more.
Okay, last try. If it doesn't start this time, it's done. I was in the truck in front, my dad in the car, and Rowan was jumping the back to get the wheels to turn. Rowan was bouncing the car at the back, and the wheels started turning, and we went like 200 meters. My father flipped the switch. We were doing like 20 k's an hour.
And I'm telling you now, when I hit that car fired.
And it started. And at that moment I looked in the mirror and I saw Rowan. I don't know if he caught a fright or if he slipped, but he fell off the back of the car. As I stopped, I saw him, laying face down, and I jumped out. And Rowan was a big softie. So if Rowan had to pinch his finger or something, it's a big story. I got out, I'm like, fuck. Here comes a big fucking story. I was going to milk this, Because fuck, we've fallen off cars. This is a procedure we do many a time, and a lot of us have moved off. You're going so slow, it's not like, 20 k's an hour. It's like you can run faster and fall harder, And I got to him, and when I got to him, he was breathing very hard, and I turned around, I saw his nose bleeding, and I saw, he had a big shine on his eye and a bump on his head. And I was like, shit, he fell hard,
Shane ran to me, he says, Rowan fell off.
At that point I wanted to put him in my car and take him to hospital. He was too heavy, we couldn't pick him up. With the result, we phoned the ambulance came, he was unconscious the whole time. We got him in the ambulance, we followed the ambulance to the hospital. We weren't able to go into casualties, but we stood outside for the next 5 hours. At 3 o'clock that morning they phoned me, they said no, he's got bleeding on the brain and they're transporting him to Brogan. And it's not looking good for him. So we were very concerned, obviously. The next morning, not sleeping that night, the next morning we made our way to Brogan. We met his wife there, and he was still all fine and still in the same situation where he was, where, you know, the problem is they couldn't stop the bleeding because it wasn't a big bleed, it was many small fractures. And yeah, sadly that evening, 7 o'clock, we got the call and yeah, Rowan passed on. So yeah.
A great thank you to the cause and a young man named Rowan Bower. Completely guys here who sprint car racing. Needless to say, he gave a personal friend to each and every one of these sprint car riders. This is Rowan Bower.
R5,000 from Andries Marks. Wow. He will pay it into Hans Straden's account. Hans Straden will get Kaylee's account number and put it in for on Monday. Okay, so.
I didn't win it, by the way. It was important for me to win it. But yeah, one of those things. Typical Rowan fashion. He must have looked down and said, "You're a bastard." Well, if he was there, I would have never lived it down. But yeah, exactly. You know, Rowan was all about racing, so of course, yeah, it was. You know, it's the thing that all of us really want.
All that boy wanted to do was race sprint cars. Only at a later stage, when I really got to know him, his father told me he actually sold his macaw parrot to give me the deposit for the sprint car. It wasn't nice for me to hear. But then he gave the car back, and then he came back again. Then we gave him another car with no deposit. He wrecked 1 or 2 cars. He did. And you know, we fixed it. I mean, that's all he wanted to do. He just wanted to be sprint cars, and you could phone him any day. Rowan, we're going to work on the car. He'll be there. He'll be there the night, and he'll work.
If anybody's got a passion in their life, you know, regardless of sprint cars or anything, money is temporary, you know. Life, very fragile, temporary, like you saw with Rowan. Sprint cars, it's my passion. Till the day I die, that's it. It's live out your passion.